So today we have a next day, and I have cleaned and dried overnight all these casings. So that was cleaned up, and this part had minimal oxidation, but this part had a lot of greens. And as you see now, where we have these black marks where the oxidation was, or copper. Yeah, there is still something. I use brushing as much as possible, obviously, to mechanically rub off some of these places right here, but this is pretty much as far as I can go. Yeah, oops. So what we're gonna do now is try to assemble everything back on. So for example, we will start from this, because that's pretty easy to put back on. Obviously all this was cleaned up as well. I'm gonna just place it back and tighten. Yeah, I know these are not from here actually. These are from here. This has to be installed back in here. And one piece is missing. Where are you? I think it's still probably in a box where I was drawing. No. Oh, here we are. I don't remember 100% how and where it's supposed to go, but let me figure out. That clearly goes together. Just like this. Oops. That's supposed to be clearly. Okay, clearly this is supposed to stay here, right here, okay. This plate doesn't have too many screw holes, so it just relies, I guess, to be associated with this thing. Okay, this side is good. That's also secure. This side is not cooperating. Okay, it's good now. Okay, so we good on this side. Now we have to install this thing. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, I love working with springs, it's super fun. That's why I like working with springs, because they are very jumpy and there is a high probability of losing it. No, actually it's not so bad. Okay, so this is all right. Also, I decided to clean up this contact with alcohol because I noticed some crud on it. Okay, let's put this to the side. This one goes with this guy, this is here. Okay, now we have to deal with this. So we have to put these guys back on and solder battery terminals and solder this shield. Okay, so let's power up our soldering iron. Gonna do first, I'll try to remove excess of doesn't cooperate as well. And this too. Looks like it's not gonna be easy to solder, just realized, because it's all wibbly wobbly. So probably what you're gonna do, you're gonna place it in here, you know, and then solder it. Yeah, that's gonna be a bit more easier. So let's take a look at this guy. The same story goes here, so I have to place it first. Let me thin it a little bit. Can be fixed in place. That's it. Yeah, that's easy because it can be fixed in place, so that's good. Rest of it, well, it's gonna shut it down for now. This, I'm gonna do the following way. So we're gonna put this in right here. And put this in right here. Okay, actually this goes after the board. So now is the time to install the board. And now it's the trickiest time, because usually these little connectors right there is very hard to put back on, because you have to do kind of several operations in the same time. Okay, make sure this is nice and open. And then you have to slide this little guy, which is usually not cooperating. Okay, let's try this more. Maybe it's gonna be easier. So this is when it gets tricky, because you have to kind of, now I have to latch it, and it's hope I've done it properly. No, this other side is not. Maybe. Okay. So now all this has to be installed. Don't forget about this connector. Just pull it through. Yeah, it's okay. This side seems to be cooperating, this side is not, maybe because of this, yes. Okay, so now all is snug. Now where is our spring? Spring goes, I think, like this. Okay, spring is here, it's very good. So now we have to secure all those little screws back on. Not gonna put all of them at the moment. Just a few, just to make sure the board is not gonna fall out on me when I try to test it. So you're gonna test it. Okay, this doesn't really, no, it does matter actually. I'm gonna put, okay. But let's just concentrate on the battery terminals right now. Soldering iron on. Yeah, something like that. You see? It will be so much easier to solder now. I just decided not to. You know what? In order to test it, I can just use here this guy. So if something goes wrong, I have to unsolder this again. So yeah, I'm not gonna solder it now. Alright. The reason I want to test it, I want to make sure that I put everything back properly, you know, did not mess up things. So okay, so let's just now we have to place a spring back on. You see, this is broken. Shit, this is broken. It's not cool. I didn't realize it's actually that broken. Yeah, this hinge needs some super gluing attention actually. Damn it. Okay, we have a pause. Let's clean up with alcohol, let it dry and resolder it. Could be some shmoo there from the nearby spring. So this has to be like this. Oh, is super glue SOB. Hope this super glue is actually okay because it's super old. Super glue is super old. Now I have to clean up the little tiny hole with something. Make sure to seal the hole. Using this chopped toothpick. Wiping excess super glue. Looks like it's super gluing because my finger starts sticking to it. Okay, well guys, that's a little pause. This thing has to dry before I continue. Alright guys, so first of all, as you see, I already assembled everything together in this kind of time lapse. So what are you gonna do? We're gonna use a power supply. So we're gonna use this original Sony power supply, which came with, I think, NH700, like the other one I have. I forgot the model, but it came as a set. So you're gonna power this up without soldering, for example, the record head, without soldering the terminals. Where is that other terminal which is lying around here? So you're gonna just put it in the little box here. Oops. And then I'm gonna just power it up, and I would like to see if this actually does anything, if I assemble it correctly and things like that. So without, you know, soldering all these things, and then, you know, if I need to figure out something again later or debug some issues, I'm gonna unsolder them again. So you're gonna just power this just like that. And for test, I have some, this is something recorded. I don't even know what the heck on it here. Just I don't really care. I just want to see if this is recognized. And it has radio bomba sound system. It's some kind of probably music stuff, either off radio or whatever. So let me see. Okay, it does some spinny job, making some noises. And it plays. Alright, I mean, at least it shows it plays something. Okay, let me turn it upside down and get the remote. Here's the remote. That's the original remote, which came with this little guy. and we're gonna plug it in. Doesn't have any corrosion on it, so it's just important not to introduce more copper gunk. Okay, and let's see what we can do. Okay, let's see. Yep, it went to, I think, next track. No, it started over. Okay, let's do, okay, track number 2. Okay. Oh, it's an LP2. Wow, it's probably, it like contains 29 tracks in LP2. Okay, let me find my headphones and we check if music is actually playing. Oh, by the way, do you like this black background? Because this is actually an anti-static matte I scored in here's the other side of it. You see, this is typical, and I scored in Value Village for $3.49. It still has sticker. I think it's a pretty good price for anti-static matte in a good condition. It's rollable, so, and it's flat. At the only downside, it's black, so I prefer it some kind of more funky color. But we roll with what we have. Okay, so let's oops! Oh, there is more. What the heck is this? I did something. Yay! Have some music. Alright, I don't know what kind of music is this, but I'm not gonna play it for long. Oh, it's track number 1 again. Doesn't show track names. Weird. Huh. Clearly plays music. Oh, no. It's not volume. Where's the volume? Oh, it's 30 out of 30. Let's do 17. Alright, so this is clearly works. Okay, let's stop this guy. So now, after we figure out that this is actually operational, let's solder back battery terminals. This and that. So we have to solder positive, negative, and we have to put this record head back where it's supposed to be. Okay, here's my solder, here's my flux. Let's just flux it a little bit here. And here. So first we're gonna solder those terminals. I think this one is good. Very good. No positive. Oh yeah, now I realize that for this positive terminal I need a higher temperature. It's already 300 actually. Because it's it's kind of interesting. This is supposed to be ground plane, but it was easy to solder, but this one... No, this is stupid soldering iron. This is not the ground plane. Sometimes it's glitch. Oh, I so much would like to upgrade it. You see? It just stopped. I think I have to splurge for something better than this. Just afraid to make a big messy blob. Okay, here we are finally. Let me inspect it. Just want to make sure it didn't make any jumps or links. Okay, looks like we are good. Okay, now the most responsible job. Okay, my friends, I had a little kind of situation where I was, when I was working on this head, the ribbon wire, I used too high of a temperature of soldering iron, and one of the pads over here, you see this is normal, or this something is missing right here, came off. Ooh, took me some time. I didn't want to do it on camera, so essentially I scraped one of the lines here and put a little teeny tiny bodge wire from this old school hard drive, single thread. Yeah, it took me some time. Also, I used this cheap quick low temperature solder and was soldering at 200 Cs or 190 something rather than 280. Yeah, it was stupid of me. Well, this is the sort of kind of wire I put on. I hope this is gonna work, otherwise it's gonna retard it, and stupid of me to actually messing it up. You know what, before I continue, let me test something. So the test would be try to delete a track. Also I have to test. You know what, let me test with the battery, because our battery terminals are in. Okay. I don't really care about the content of this. Hello? Okay, did they mess it up more than I thought I did? Super long wire here. Didn't do a good job of soldering or something? No, I didn't solder properly -1. Oh, this is stupid of me. Alright, it's okay. Okay, it plays. Hey, let's do menu. I have no idea how to do things here. Okay, so I think after poking a while I figured out what I can do. Erase. So we have 13 tracks here. So you hold this, you go into edit, then do erase, song erase, erase, okay, wait, and I know what it's doing. And now you see 12, 1. So we have 12 tracks, so you deleted the track. So now let's just stop it. Writing, okay, let's see if it's not. Okay. Doesn't want to go. Eight, nine, 10. Okay, that's the end. Okay, looks like recording head is working, because I deleted actually like 3 or 4 tracks while I was poking around with all this. Whew, we good. Now I have to solder that negative terminal, and then I can continue putting everything back in shape. So and now we are getting to the final step, when we have to solder this joint right here, which I didn't solder quite well. Gonna power it up and just solder it now and assemble it together and test one more time with the battery. Where's the battery? Here, with this battery. My soldering iron is... needs some more temperature actually. Oh my god, I hate it. Return. Let's do like that. I don't know, how couldn't I not properly solder it? "24 volt, 5 amps. It's very quick." Yeah, here we are. That should do it. Nice and good. Okay, let's plop the battery. So this time I have another disc that contains Patrick Patricios tracks, so I can play them safely. Alright, we are running on battery. YouTube library, see that it says here, and play. You should Patrick Patricios. There's my headphones. They are, well, not just headphones, the whole caboot with the freaking remote. It plays. Wait, I thought you can just shut it down this way, no? Over here. I don't know, it's weird. Okay, so but now we need to assemble it. Okay, finally, it just took some time to kick in. I don't know why. Okay, so let's probably remove battery will be easier, and probably will install this guy because it has some little hinges right here, just like that. Nice and dandy. Okay, we'll just go this side, go first because it has openings. Then like that. Then we have screws here and here. Where's our container with screws? I think it'll be easier like this. Looks like those screws is a bit rusty. What? Yeah, it's a bit better, but still. Have to look for some kind of replacement here. Maybe I do have somewhere lying around some similar screws, or maybe salvage from other units which are inoperational, which I have. Okay, here we are. I think, guys, we are successfully restored and cleaned up this Sony MD Walkman MZ NH700 HiMD audio. Well guys, I think it's gonna be it for today. Please like and subscribe, please comment. If you have any ideas how to do it better, please comment. I will be definitely replying and reading your comments, and would like to hear from you about anything pretty much. Thank you for watching, see you next time, stay tuned for new videos.